คุณmust be hungry. Not clean. Is that better? I think that's better. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Long time no see. If you're new here, I'm Julia and thanks for clicking on this video. It's been a while since I uploaded my last one, so I'm excited to get back onto YouTube and keep uploading more videos for you guys. So about 2 weeks ago, I asked on Instagram at fitness_joe if you'd be interested in seeing a week of workouts, and it seemed like a majority of you guys were. So I'm here today to finally deliver that and share it with you guys. But before we get started, I just want to clarify a few things and explain to you how I train, what they look like, how I split up my workouts. Currently, right now, I'm really focused on my 3 main powerlifting lifts, which are squat, bench, and deadlift. So those 3 are pretty much my main concern right now, and I'm really trying to grow strength in those 3 lifts while trying to maintain my body weight. So not trying to go into a bulk, but continue to get stronger, which has been difficult. But currently I feel like I'm in a very good place. I'm very happy with the progress I've made so far. You'll notice that most of my workouts are really oriented around those 3 lifts, and they're exercises that will help me get stronger in those areas. So currently I train about 5 to 6 times a week, usually 5, so that I give myself enough rest days since I am going pretty heavy throughout the week. I don't have a set training program or training plan. I just kind of go with the flow, and I know it works for me. But I do utilize the push-pull method, which is push would be chest, shoulders, and triceps, and then pull would be back and bis. So that is kind of like how I organize my workouts. However, that being said, I don't follow with it 100%. All of my workouts will be listed in the description box below. So if you guys are interested, then I would recommend you guys to screenshot that and take it into the gym. But just remember that if your goals are to lose weight or just to tone up, these exercises aren't gonna be the best benefit for you. So just keep that in mind, but it is a good place to start and to get ideas on what you guys can do in the gym. If you guys wanna see more weekly workouts and more daily updates from me, I would recommend you guys to check out my Instagram, which is fitness_joe. And I will leave that in the description box below. I upload a lot more content and a lot more frequently than I do here. Without further ado, let's get right into Monday. Monday was my lower body session, really incorporating squats as my main compound lift. I started with a brief warm-up, and I did some glute activation exercises as well. I didn't show that just mainly because just didn't want this video to be too long. But if that's something that you're interested in, then just let me know in the comments and I will make a thorough video on that. Then I moved into squats, starting off with just the bar, really opening up my hips and doing a few reps there. Then I loaded the bar with 25 pounds on each side, so it's still considered my warm-up set. I like to work my way up with squats, especially because I am gonna go heavy. Focusing on shifting the weight to your heels and squeezing your glutes at the top. I think I did around 5 to 6 reps, just one set. And then I moved on to a plate on each side. So I kind of go with the flow, see how I'm feeling. Clearly this day a plate felt really good, so I added 10 pounds. So that is 155, and I believe I did 5 sets of 5. All of my sets and reps will be on the screen, so just look out there. Again, focusing on controlling nice and slow on the way down, resisting gravity, then strong on the way up, and squeezing your glutes.
Make another one, don't let go. Take a trip.
Moving on, I did a superset of barbell reverse lunges. You'll notice that I do a lot of supersets because they're just so effective, they're challenging, and they're a good way if you don't want to stay in the gym for too long. They're very fast. So I did a 12 each side. And then I moved on to RDLs. So with RDLs, making sure you're hinging at the hips, feeling the stretch in your hamstring and squeezing your glutes at the top. And I believe I did around 8 reps of this. So by the end of the last superset, I was absolutely done. My legs were shaking, and yeah, it was just a good superset. Then I moved on to Bulgarian split squat. These are so effective but so difficult. I did 12 each leg holding a pair of dumbbells, really making sure you're shifting the weight into the heel of the front foot and sitting into it nice and slow. And then I got a band, a booty band, and I did some hip thrusts with abductors. These are great to really just finish the glutes off at the end of your leg day. I did about 30 reps, I believe. For the last one, as you can see, I held it with my knees out. So trying to really resist the resistance band. It's gonna really target your outer glutes and fire them up. And of course, with any day, I ended with some stretching. And make sure you guys wipe your equipment down. So moving on to Tuesday. So Tuesday is my first of 2 deadlift days. I did pause deadlifts, and I did 5 sets of 5.
Take a hit, take another one. Let it in, let it fill you up. Make a wish, make another one. Don't let go. Take a trip, we can get away. Lose ourselves and say everything on our minds is okay, cause this is love.
Moving into the next set of exercises, I did barbell rows. So with barbell rows, you want to make sure that you're bringing the bar around to your stomach length, squeezing at the top, trying to minimize swing of your upper body, okay? And then I supersetted that with bent over reverse fly. Reverse flies. So with this, push the dumbbells out. Again, minimize swinging of your upper body and squeeze that core. And the second superset are cable bicep curls. So these are pretty standard, trying to keep that elbow nice and close to your body. I'm pulling the weight up, minimize swinging, and I supersetted that with hammer curls with the dumbbell. So moving on to the last set of exercises, I did, what is this? Cable lat pull down. Making sure you're kind of like doing this scooping motion, really squeezing your lats at the bottom, okay? So I did that and I supersetted that with face pulls. So these are one of my favorite back exercises. Here, you're pulling the cable up to your ears, keeping that elbow high and squeezing at the end of your pull. What'd you think of that workout?
It was hard.
So moving on to Wednesday. Wednesday was my full body, high intensity interval training day. I trained with a friend this day and she wanted to do this, so I was like, let's do it. So the first circuit we did was 40 seconds on, 20 seconds rest. We did 4 exercises and we repeated that 3 times. Starting off, we did front squat to shoulder press. So really making sure you are controlling on the way down and squeezing your glutes at the top and bringing the weight over your head. Then the second exercise of our circuit was heel elevated squats. So these are killer for the quads, and I used a plate over my head to incorporate more of a full body. Then we did incline push-ups for our third exercise. And we ended the circuit off with burpee to mountain climber. So again, 40 seconds on, 20 seconds rest. Repeat this 3 to 4 times. Challenge yourself. It was really fun and a great way to get sweaty and move your body different ways. So our second circuit was also 40 seconds on and 20 seconds rest. Repeat this 4 times. So we did sit-up using a medicine ball and we just wall tossed it. Then we did this little complex, it's a bent over row into a bicep curl. I'm using, I think, 25 pounds here. Making sure you are taking this slow and squeezing, focusing on mind to muscle connection. Then the third exercise was just toe taps, quick toe taps, a great way to get the heart rate back up. And of course we ended with some rows. So using the row machine, we did 40 seconds of this. And we repeated this circuit 3 times. It was a lot of fun. It's a great way if you are training with friends, just to switch up your workouts. Then we went into the studio and we did a quick ab circuit. Started off with toe taps using a dumbbell. Making sure you're using your upper abs squeeze, not your neck. Then we did a Russian twist, but this time we just kept our feet on the ground. So trying to sit back into it, really squeezing that core. And our third exercise was flutter kick. So hard, making sure that your back is pressed to the ground, okay? That's what's gonna make this challenging. And the last one was double leg lift. So you can either place your hands under your bum to make it a bit more easier, but we placed it over our head, squeezing our backs into the ground. Moving on to Friday. So Friday was my heavy deadlift day. So this is my second deadlift. Started off with glute activation. I did some lateral walks using a band. Then I moved into some glute bridges with abductors, and I think I repeated this twice. Pressing through your heels, and I did around 10 pulses at the very end. So right before I went into deadlifts, I did some of these lat, I don't know what they're called, but they're a great way to engage your lats before you go into deadlifts, because deadlifts require a lot of upper body and lat strength. So here I did 5 sets of 3 at 205. So I didn't show you any of my warm-up sets, but I did them very similar to what I did for the earlier days. Making sure that you are squeezing your lats by rotating your shoulders back, keeping that core in, and squeezing your glutes at the top. Then I moved into some shoulders. So this is my glutes shoulder day. I don't know if I said that already. But I'm doing some shoulder press using dumbbells, seated shoulder press, keeping that core tucked in, trying not to arch your back. And I supersetted that with barbell front raises. And then I'm moving into my second superset. I did front raises using the cable machine. You are slightly bent over, pulling the cable through your legs and pushing up. And I supersetted that with lateral raises. With lateral raises, make sure your arm is not fully straight. They're slightly bent and you're not slouching your shoulders up. Keep that shoulder relaxed and think about pulling your elbows high. Then I ended off with some glutes again. I did hip thrusts. So I'm doing a plate 25. Gazing forward, keeping that chin tucked in and squeezing your glutes at the top. So you are kind of doing that hinging motion. I like to hold it at the top for around 5 seconds. Then I supersetted that with seated abductors. They're my favorite way to burn out the glutes. So I did around 30 of those and then I held it for 10 seconds. Your glutes should be dead by the end. And that concludes my shoulders and glutes day. But the last final workout of this week was chest and tris. My main compound lift here, obviously, is bench. So I don't show you my warm-up sets here as well, but right now I am doing 85 pounds here. I did around 5 reps and I was like, hey, that feels pretty good. So I believe I went up, I added 2.5s on each side. And I did a few reps here. I think I did 5 reps. I decided to push myself a little bit more, and I actually went up in weight. I did 25s on each side. So I tried to go for 3. You'll see that I did not do it. And I just wanted to keep this real. Not all of my days are successful. I do have fails, and that's okay. It just motivates me to keep going. Then I moved into incline dumbbell chest press. Pretty heavy. I did 3 sets here. Moving on, I went to the cable machine and I'm doing chest flies. I believe I just did 3 sets here. I didn't superset it. Strange, I know. But really focusing on form, keeping the weight pretty light. Squeezing your chest as you bring the weights up. And for my final exercise, I did tricep extensions using the cable machine, bent over, making sure that upper arm is not moving and you're just extending your elbows. And I supersetted that with cable tricep extensions. So with this one, the key is that you are pushing the cable outwards at the very bottom. That's what's going to squeeze those triceps and engage them. That ends my week of workouts. I hope you guys enjoyed that and it was somewhat entertaining. I know I ran through everything pretty quickly, but that's because I didn't want this video to be too long. But if you guys want a more thorough explanation into my day of workout, just let me know in the comments below if that's something you're interested in. I was gonna end this video with a slight shameless plug. So I did start a website last year and I started an online coaching business a few months ago. And so although this workout will give you insight into how I train, it's obviously not gonna help you reach your fitness goals. So if that's something that you need more assistance on and would like some advice, I would say check out the link in the description box below. You can book a time to have a free consultation call with me where I go over some of your goals, how we can help you. That brings me to the very end. I hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to like and subscribe this video to support me and to support this channel. Make sure you guys go over to my Instagram to see more of me. And until next time, thank you guys so much for watching. Bye bye.